Good morning, everyone. It's your very favorite history teacher. Let me see a transcript. And I actually wasn't. It's really early. It's earlier here than it was. Excuse me, yesterday. And I really hadn't planned on coming on, but it was a couple of things that have been really weighing on my mind, and as an educator, children from elementary, intermediate through high school, and also as a instructor of adults, I was a little bit, well, I say more than a little bit, disturbed this past week at some of the beef sector feuds or beef comments. Uh, if you don't already know, I believe it's James Colwell. I think he's called Spill It Boy or Treasure Lane. Um, and King Sean Bradley, or say Sean Bradley, or just Sean Bradley. Um, they've been exchanging, I guess, words, not words, but commenting on each other's channel. And the subject of children have come up. Uh, both of them have been foster parents. And in that mix, other commentators have talked about them being, good or bad parents. And so I can't remember some of the other YouTubers' name. And there have been accusations of abuse. Um, I believe in some cases CPS was called to investigate. It's really getting heavy over there. Like they're calling the state on them about, and I think some of their children now are adults. Um, I know Kang Sean Bradley, he um, had one video which I thought was really nice. It was really cute. He was at his son's house, and they're older. They're like in their 20s, I think, 20s, 30s. And they were just listening to all the issues and people were saying about them and their father. And it was just like unbelievable. They couldn't believe it. That other YouTubers were saying about him and about the children. Um, and then uh, there was accusations thrown at James Colwell that he had his kids around a criminal, and I mean, it's just I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just like, yeah, and I just feel like the same. And if you saw the title or the thumbnail of the video, it reminds me of a few months, like maybe a month or two ago, where someone was showing someone's mother, dead mother, in her coffin, and it's just like we shouldn't be showing dead people's mamas on videos, and this is what I think it is. I don't think we should be talking about other people's kids, um, and it's just because those come with very serious ramifications. Um, and I think the thing is what I've learned as an educator and with students and their parents. I've had parents where I've given constructive criticism to them about how their child should improve in my class. Not all parents take that like that. They take it as you are picking on their child. So you have to be very careful and sensitive about how you say your child should improve. And it's like it's fighting words. You're saying something about someone's kid, regardless regardless of what age they are. If they're little, they're middle school, high school, even adults. It's they and like the thumbnail says, um, don't talk about nobody's kids. They might talk about their own kids, but you don't talk about nobody else's kids. It's just, Um, and then I also saw, um, sorry, I'm trying to wake up. I saw Miss Gina's video about Fyebae daughter. According to Miss Gina, Fyebae made a comment about Miss Gina's 26-year-old daughter. She's 26, shaking her butt uh, on, I think it was YouTube or Facebook. And Miss Gina, for almost an hour and a half, literally cursed out Fyebae and called her daughter some names that I'm not going to repeat, and implied that an 8-year-old was engaging in sexual relations and that her mother, Fyebae, was encouraging it, and that Miss Gina didn't feel like Miss Fyebae should be talking about her 26-year-old daughter who's grown and what she can do what she wants. Um, yes, Miss Gina, your daughter is 26 years old. She can shake her butt if she wants to. That is her business. And I understand that. And you want to come to her defense. I understand that. But Fyebae's daughter is 8 years old. And what you said could get you in a lot of trouble. Um, could get Fyebae in a lot of trouble. Um, I just, I see why you're mad, but what you said, just as an educator, like if I was in a classroom and I taught this, you know, we would be in the principal's office with the principal, the counselor, some type of a CPS official. We would be trying to figure out. We would have to contact law enforcement. We have to do a whole bunch of paperwork because someone has implied that an 8-year-old is having sex and being pimped out. That is just, yeah, those are serious things. And and then you threw some cuss word together. I didn't know you could throw those cuss words together like that. And I was just like clutching my own pearls. I was like, I, I just, um. Then later I saw Fyebae on Bama Girls. Shout out to Bama Girl. I like your videos. Uh, and uh, uh, on I saw Fyebae on Bama Girls uh, channel talking about what Miss Gina said. You can hear from her voice like that really was affecting her in her voice, and and usually Fyebae is a little bit more animated, but in that case she was subdued. But Bama Girl was going off. She was supporting her friend, and um, and I think Fyebae said that she wanted to support. She felt that she could comment, because she's a mother. Miss Gina's a mother. She could comment and say, "Hey, your daughter's over here shaking her booty on the TV or the Facebook, and she should stop doing that." But to come back and say all those things about our daughter, that was all I want to say is, and I think there was even some accusations with, I believe, someone implied that Shawn had slept with one of his kids. And I'm just like, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Okay. And this one said James Colwell had a criminal around his kids. And I'm just like, Yeah, mamas and kids, parents, grandma, grandpa, those are very sensitive topics to people. People can talk about their own family members, their own kids, but you can't. Those are fighting words. Those will set people off. And I think in the last week, it has really gotten ugly. And I'm just like, what are we going to do? How are we going to stop it? It's like that Kirk Franklin song. I know it's kind of, my friends always saying you always think about a song. But it is. It says, it's actually a Christmas song, but I like it. It's called Don't Forget About the Baby. Don't forget about the baby. This is a Christmas song because people always, worry about the super stuff. But it's like, y'all, don't forget about the babies. Everybody, don't forget about the babies. Like, I know you don't like them people, but leave their kids alone. Keep their kids out your mouth. No matter what age that they are. It's just getting out of hand. Because as a teacher, this is what usually happens when this happens. Because I even have students coming in. They come in my classroom. They may have fought with someone in the lunchroom. Be a perfect angel in your class, or not. Probably not an angel in your class. And I'm like, why are you out there fighting? They said something about my mama. I'm like, would your mama want you out here fighting? But nobody talks about my mama. I'm like, okay, I understand. But your mama don't want you fighting everything. They say that because they know that that is a trigger word for you. Okay. They're getting under your skin. Or they're trying to get you back. They've hurt you. Hurt people hurt people. Okay? And they're trying to get back at you for that. Okay? And then on top of that, now we have adults who are sensitive and protective of their children, and they should be, because those are their children. Especially if they're close to them, they're raising them. Um, and my thing is, if the state didn't take the kids away, they're not physically or mentally abused, then those people were good parents. Their kids are not coming out saying bad things about them. Then those people were good parents. Okay? And I'm noticing that this is coming just like last month with Mother's Day. All the stuff about mothers was coming right before Mother's Day. Now, all of a sudden, people are talking about Shawn Bradley and James Colwell right before Mother's Day. I'm like, come on now. What y'all gonna do before Juneteenth? Like, it's just like, what's gonna happen? Like, are we gonna talk about what are we gonna talk about after we talk about kids? We talked about mamas, we talked about children. What is there left? Y'all. Don't forget about the baby. What about the babies? Whether they're young or old, what about the babies? Because I can see Miss Gina's daughter in my class. Okay? I can see Fyebae's daughter in my class. I can see Shawn Bradley's sons in my class. Like I said, I taught elementary to college. Okay? I can see James Colwell's kids in my class. And my thing is this. Your children gonna have access to Google. And YouTube. And one day they're gonna Google your name and they're gonna see your video and they're gonna watch the video. And what conversation are you gonna have with them when they come to you and say, Mama, Daddy, what's up with this video? Now I think in Shawn Brantley's case, his sons did see the videos of what people said about them, and so the other people should said about them. And they're older and they're vocal. Um, but do your other kids know about what you said or what you do? And this is also a thing too. I do agree with Fyebae on. She said she was tired of the women who didn't have children or couldn't have children commenting on parents or other mothers. I do get that. Um, Personally, I don't have any kids, but I see my students as my kids. Um, I take it personal when other teachers complain about my students. I'm like, oh, that's because I have a lot of favorite students. Like, oh, that's my favorite student. What's it? I'm thinking something wrong with them. So I know if like you got kids and you hear another YouTuber or somebody you don't like, or even if another family member says something about your kids, you're gonna get upset. Okay, you're gonna get upset, and you have every right to be that way. Well, this is like what I said. Don't forget about the babies. Don't forget about the babies, young or old. Okay, and then calling then I think I heard someone say they call CPS or somebody. I'm just like, it's getting that serious out here. For you to be calling CPS in this climate, we got George Floyd's death, we got protests going on around here. And so because somebody you don't like, you call CPS on that. And I'm just like, seriously? Is that serious? Hey, good morning, Ebony. Thank you so much for coming speaking. I thought I was just talking to myself for a while, but I see there's 9 people there, but I know it's early in the morning. But I thought, do another bonnet and breakfast chronicles. Get my caffeine in and then go walk the dog and then get my family some breakfast. So trying out something new. But it really has been weighing on my head for the past couple of days. Uh yeah, Mika baby girl. Yeah, I totally understand. I'm just like, and I keep thinking about my students, and like my students know me, and they're like even though I couldn't say, "Oh, I'm your favorite history teacher," for a lot of them, I was their favorite history teacher, or I was their favorite teacher. Period. And they would come and tell me the stuff that was going on at other teachers' class, or at home with their parents, or we would have parent teacher conferences, and they'd be like, "Oh, my mama's up here." I said, "Oh, okay, and everything's okay." Hey, Ebony. Oh, you get ready to walk, Chauncey? I have boy. Right now, he laying on the couch. So his favorite spot. Every time I do my lives, he's like, that's like his spot is on the couch. I'm gonna have a doggy video for y'all soon. That I made a little doggy documentary on. So but I just want us to think. I know it's a chart. I know some of y'all are probably like, "Geez, being funny." I'm being really serious. Like the song said, don't forget about the babies. They're going to Google you. They're going to YouTube you. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you doing? I've been really enjoying your videos, Elizabeth. Y'all have to go check out Elizabeth, and that's her name. It's her page. She lives in United Arab Emirates, right? And she does chronicles of things that she does there, and what it's like being African American living abroad, and also during the quarantine, because the way they do quarantine over there is very different from well, I guess somewhat different than what we do over here. Because isn't UAE a monarchy, right? So she has really great videos. She is also one of Daryl Moore's sponsors. So please, please, please support each other. I follow her, Tanika, I follow Gigi. I follow Legit Doctorate Church, Hurst Chapel, AME. Thank you so much, Mika Baby Green. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Like, share. Thank you so much. Um, but I just got up this morning. It was really weird because I did a live last night, almost 3 hours. Never did that before, and I just woke up and I just said, and I started looking at messages and friends are sharing videos, and I kept saying to myself, and I was like, is this another video? And I'm talking about somebody's kids again, and I'm just like, don't forget about the babies. Like they gonna Google you. What is Thanksgiving gonna be like? What is July 4th, Juneteenth when the families they can't get together? Let's say Thanksgiving. Y'all get on Zoom. The family chat. Like, what are you gonna do? I mean, you're gonna have to have this conversation with your kids one day. And I think because Shawn Bradley's kids are older, it seems to have a very good relationship with them. He's already had the conversation like, hey, they've been talking about you and what I've done and what you've done, and he's like, and a lot of his sons have said everything that they said has been a lie. So are the other YouTubers gonna have to get their kids out there, which I don't think they should. That's a relationship with their kids, and if you saw Shawn's video, you heard his son's voice, you didn't see them. And in Miss Gina's daughter's video, you saw her. She's a very nice booty. Uh, she's a very nice body. You know, she was dancing. You didn't see her face. Because I was trying to figure out how do you know that's her child, but I don't know. But the stuff that was said about Fyebae's daughter, I didn't like it at all. I'm sorry, Miss Gina. You're right. Your daughter's 26 years old. She's grown. But what you said about the 8-year-old, oh Lord, that's horrible. It's horrible. It was really horrible. Can we just all just go to our corners and just say, hey, put a moratorium on talking about each other's kids and parents? Just. I'm sorry. I guess I'm a Libra. I'm a peacemaker. Want everybody to get along, and I know they don't get along. That's the whole thing about the beef sector. And I just don't forget about the babies. Because guess what? They're going to come to school, and then they're going to come to my class because I'm their favorite teacher, and then they're going to tell me, Miss, guess what my mama did? Guess what my daddy did? And I'm like, what you talking about? Stop being so hard on your parents. And then they're going to tell me, my mom and my daddy were on TV. These people on there are beefing, and they're saying these bad things about me. They might Google you. They might Google these other people. Okay? And this is the thing. They have every right to be sensitive and protective of their children, whether they're young or old. Okay? But can we please just keep it to each other? If y'all got an issue with each other, just keep it to the issue with each other. Okay? And the thing is, you're calling CPS, you're calling the authorities, and there are some other cases of children that should really be looked at because there is really abuse, and they're not being looked at because they're going after you. You sent them after someone else's kid because you don't like them, or they go to school. You got to have a meeting with the parents because your kid and Googled you, and they sat at school, or they come to their favorite teacher's class, and then I got to report it because we're bound by law. If a student comes to us and says something, we have to report it too. And it's like, oh, or I gotta call your house and have a conversation with you. I understand that, Ebony, Elizabeth. Oh, you said Michigan said she had spoken about her daughter on the channel. Okay. And she showed pictures of her daughter. She's a some very attractive daughters. Um, but what she said about the 8-year old, just it's too much. It was too much. It's too much. So can we just, whether you have children or don't have children, leave these people, go to mutual corners, and just stop talking about each other's kids, no matter what age they are. Can we just stop? You know? Can we just stop? I just like the song say, don't forget about the babies. Don't forget about the babies. You know? Hey Elizabeth, do you have kids, Elizabeth? I think you said you did. You wanna come on the stream? What time is it there? It's like afternoon? Sassy Jones. What's Sassy Jones? You have 9 godchildren. Okay. Okay. And what would you feel like if someone started talking about them? See? Sorry. Got friends. Guess they not up yet. Or they at work. I'm gonna teach them off for the summer. Yeah. Didn't I play the game? Yeah. Just like, don't forget about the baby. Oh, you're a child advocate. Great. I thought about being that too. But it's like, when am I gonna have time? You know? So, mm-hmm. What these grown folks say, yeah. You're right. And business pedagogy of your life. You're right. You're right. Please don't forget to hit the like button, y'all, as y'all come in. I appreciate y'all for coming in with me this morning. Um, so that's true. Yeah, that's what I try to do. I had wanted children, it just didn't pan out the way that I wanted to. So I try to advocate for my students and be there for my students as well when they need some. I've done mother like things, even though I'm not a mother. Pay for lunches, I pay for clothes, I've taken them to the movies. Um, Even the older ones, I've been to their weddings. I've been, uh, you know, they sent me pictures of their kids. I've been to their graduations and stuff like that. Still, Facebook friends with some of them, or if they follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Uh, in addition to like recommendations for college, I have one going to grad school, and I was like, and then I got another one just, oh Lord, she went to the Navy. It's like, no, don't go. A couple went to school in New York, out of state, you know, uh, and everything like that. So, but yeah, even my cousins and my friends' kids, try to be supportive of them, and everything like that. So, but yeah, y'all don't forget about the babies. Okay. Good morning, BB. You're coming on, and I'm just about to leave. My aunt just woke up, so I gotta get her breakfast. Gotta walk the dog. Okay. So you might gonna catch the replay. How'd you like last night? I wasn't expecting on being there that long. For those of you who are up this morning, last night I did a uh, live about LGBTQIA, what all those letters mean, and we got into some deep stuff towards the end. So you definitely should check it out, especially if you have LGBTQIA family members and maybe they're tired of your questions, or you wanted to ask them questions but you just didn't know how. Um, or maybe you're LGBTQIA and you're tired of your straight family members talking to you. Oh, that is a blessing, Ebony. 4 children, 20 great grand. That is a bless. You look too young to have grandchildren and great grandchildren. I thought you were my age, Ebony. I'm 42. Okay, my family is all rousing up. So I'm gonna have to go, y'all. Thank y'all for being here up here, me, bonnet and breakfast this morning. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know if these are the type of things y'all like to have. Is this a good time or should we have it later? You know, it's about 7:50 a.m. Miss Thing, I thought you were my age. Black don't crack. You look beautiful. Mm-mm-mm. You go, girl. Okay. Please like the video, share the video. It's a good time for me. I'm working. Okay. Thanks, Elizabeth. Gotta get you on the stream one day so you can tell us what. Oh, it's 4:50 p.m. Oh, okay, your day's about to end. Okay, mine is just beginning. Okay. Get you on the stream one day and you can tell us about what it's like living abroad and what we gotta do to, get a passport, move abroad, find a job, stuff like that. So, um, Moet and Shandon. Okay. All right. So, um, love you all. Y'all have a good day. Please check out my previous videos. Think about doing another one called Dear Karen. Um, Cause some of the white women out here, they've been wilding too. Might do that for tomorrow. Also, I think I'm gonna have a special guest live tomorrow evening. Ask a Black Lives Matter protester or organizer, similar to the one I did last Sunday. That was called Ask a Protester. So, all right. Talk to y'all later. Thank y'all so much. Bye.